You gonna do the rejoin button from your end, Jesse?
Hey, good morning, everybody. Jesse, if you want to sign into my wide orbit where the buttons are, you can just do that. 1 minute. Good morning, everybody. Russ Dog got the bell today. Congratulations, Russ Dog.
Good morning, Chatty House.
Joe is here. Jesse's here. Warren up in here. Yeah, it is a Wiener Wednesday. Shout out to our boss, Aaron, who I was talking to him yesterday about the fact I was going to be at home today, but I'll be back in tomorrow. And he goes, hey, who's doing Donut Fridays now? Like, me, man. I got it. Like, don't worry. We're good.
I've been asked about that. Been asked. When I hit the rejoin button, I don't have to have anything on the board up. It's all good.
No, yeah, it should be good. It just needs to be on the left side.
10 seconds.
I got you.
All right.
Here we go.
Hey, come here. Hey, welcome into the jump. I'm Kyle Madsen. That's Jesse Tapia. Joe Brazil behind the glass. I'm live from the home studio today, which is not my favorite thing, but that's life sometimes. Thank you, everybody, for hopping in with us on a Wednesday morning. It is February 11th. And Jesse, I was doing some thinking last night about why I had such a negative reaction to the Kings' loss to the Pelicans.
Yeah, you weren't happy.
Yeah, I was a little bummed, a little again, not mad, maybe more disappointed. But I think I was doing a lot of thinking about it last night because I was going back and I was listening through the show, and you and 99.8% of the people in the chatty house are right. About like, and I understand that. So I was trying to figure out why, because I try to be rational and I try to be logical above all. God, I try to be rational and logical above all else, right?
Kyle's cat is here, by the way. If you
my cat is in the building. So
is Patrick Lewis or Stephen Purry?
No, this is Stephen. Patrick's not this needy. So I try and be logical and rational, like above all else, right? And what the take I had was the irrational one. It was the one that was expecting more from whatever this version of the Kings is. And so I was trying to figure out why that was, because I don't typically lean that way. And I think it's because it was the realization, and you said this yesterday, and I don't think it was clocking to me. It was the realization that this season may just not matter at all. And I don't mean for this year. I don't mean for this year. I mean ever. Like, we may never what we may be getting from the 2025-2026 season. And again, I realize I'm late to the party here. That's what I'm saying.
It's all good, brother. You showed up.
Yeah, so hit some traffic. Had to take care of my cats. It's fine. And I just realized that unless Dylan Cardwell or Maxime Reynaud or Nick Clifford or whoever the number one pick is, or I guess that's it, winds up being an all-star or a star that leads them to a championship, this is just going to be looked back on as like, oh, that was a terrible year. That was the worst year in recent memory. That was the worst year of all time. Like, it's going to be in the conversation for the worst Kings season of all time.
Yeah, I think that's been said a few times too by like the James Hams, as far as them covering. Like D'Lo's talked about how the season's been awful and things like that. The only thing that like you're kind of taking away from this season is the hope that you land a top 3 pick in the draft. That's kind of what this is all about right now.
Yeah,
but yeah, you want to develop the young players and things like that. But again, we don't really know what their ceilings are right now. We don't know how high they're going to be. I think we all kind of agree that as of right now, they're probably like good role players if they do hit their ceilings. I mean, who knows what Nick Clifford turns into? But point being is like, yeah, the wins and losses don't really matter right now. The Zach LaVine minutes when he is healthy don't really matter. Same with the other vets. It's just all about the draft and lottery. That's just what it is.
Yeah, man. And that's what I totally understand that. And I was, like I said, I was just thinking last night of how did oh, here we go. I was thinking last night, like, how did we get to that point? And how did we get to the point that the Kings play the Jazz tonight and I feel nothing? Like, I'm gonna watch, and I'm gonna hope to see good things. I hope that when we get on here tomorrow morning, I can talk about, man, Neek had 30 points, or Maxime Reynaud had 20 and 15, and Dylan Cardwell played awesome, and that would be great. And the wins and losses are kind of inconsequential, but at the same time, I know I don't operate that way. And if they go lose by 25 tonight, like, I'm gonna be bummed out about it.
Oh, I get that. Like, what did I just see in the chat houses? Can't wait for the Tank Bowl tonight. That's what it is. Jazz are sitting a bunch of guys. Kings are sitting a bunch of guys. I mean, the Kings are hurt. Jazz are like actively tanking. Not that the Kings aren't, I guess, but yeah, it's the Tank Bowl. Warren says this has been 3 years in the making, and he's right too.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
go
ahead,
you
John.
kind of feel like it was the elephant in the room, especially once we moved on from Fox and everything, and even a little bit before then. I like what Patience said as well, that it could be the launching point to a new era. It was time. It was definitely time to take the turn and have a really, really bad season instead of just kind of sit there in complacency.
Yeah, you're still feeling the results
I agree with
the last regime or whatever. So that's kind of how we got here, and now that's what the situation is. Like, yeah, it's not like, oh yeah, the Kings won tonight. Like, what does that do for you? The losses honestly matter more than the wins at this point, which is crazy watching sports and all that. But if they land a top 3 pick in the lottery, then it's like, yeah, season was worth it. Boom. There's kind of the silver lining right there. That's what it was all about.
I agree with that, but I also think that there reaches a point where you lose so much that it has adverse effects. Like, I think at some point you lose so much that it starts to become a problem.
I don't think, I want to say this in the most respectful and like just nice way. I don't think it really matters how it affects this group right now. If you're losing with Darren Peterson and the other guys you're just expecting to move forward with, and it's just like, yeah, this is the culture of losing, then I get exactly what you're saying. But for right now, I just don't think it matters. Just because, like, you're going to move on from the Zach LaVines, you're going to move on from the vets. You're going to bring in guys that have bigger roles and things like that. I don't know if it carries over into like years and seasons, then sure. But for right now, I think it's okay.
See, that is where I can't get, because I went into this season, and again, I thought I got talked into the over 34.5 wins, but I did not think that was a crazy number. I did not think that it was insane to think the Kings could win 33 or 34 games. I did not. And now I do think that, because they're not going to get close. But I went in, and again, this is, I'm trying to stay on the same logic track here that I was on to start the season. I went in going, the wins and losses don't matter as much as establishing some kind of culture. And I think that's what Doug is going to do. And I think that's why they brought Doug in, because if the Kings don't do anything else, they're going to play a certain brand of basketball, and they're going to play the heck out of it, and they're going to develop young players, and that'll matter more than anything. And I don't think they're doing that. The young players are playing, like, that's good. And Dylan Cardwell's been nice, and the Maxime Reynaud development arc has been nice, and you see Nick Clifford starting to come around a little bit. Okay, that's great. But in terms of like establishing culture, there's nothing. That's not happening at all.
Yeah, no, it's not happening at all. It's just kind of been a messy this season. I don't disagree with you, but also we have to. It's the whole patience thing, but you kind of do have to give them time, I guess, to establish something, and it's a little difficult to do that when, like, Securing DeCarter, those in the chat house right here, like 50% of the players won't be here. Who knows who will be and who won't be? But point being, it's like it's hard to establish something when you're still trying to get rid of the past issues. Not to call them issues, but just whatever just didn't help you succeed in the past, compared to moving forward now. Like it's gonna take a lot of time. Like maybe we start to see what you're talking about in season 2 rather than this year. And it's not the greatest thing, but like that's just what I have right now. It's gonna take a while. Like
Yeah, I know. I'm again, this is not like I'm trying to I was sifting through my own brain, which is always a mistake. And I am insane. But I was sifting through my own brain to try and figure out like why I'm not emotionally in the same space as everybody else. And I think it's that. I think it was because I did not, again, I wasn't expecting great wins and losses, a great win-loss record this year. But I was expecting to come away from this season going, man, the Kings play a brand of basketball that you feel really good about. And I just don't feel good going into next year. I don't feel good about Doug Christie. I don't feel good about the coaching staff. I don't feel good about the young players they do have making any sort of impact outside of being like rotational guys who are playing 15 to 20 minutes a night. I just going into next year and like you said, I'm fully aware that my mind will change when they get the number 1 pick. But we're still manifesting that, by the way.
yes, it's on the board.
So I'm fully aware that my mind will likely change dramatically. But again, sitting here right now and things I was expecting for this year, A, I was not expecting it to be this bad, but B, I was not expecting it to feel so dreary because I thought that the coaching staff and specifically Doug Christie would be better at combating it.
Well, yeah, like the whole narrative going into the season was that Doug kind of was thrown into the fire last year, and now he's got his coaching staff and he's got some time with the guys, and they're able to establish something. And then a few weeks into the season, it's like, oh no, that's not what's happening here at all. And we've kind of gone throughout the season realizing, yeah, that hasn't happened yet. But I mean, you're not wrong in how you feel. I think it's just, I guess, based on your expectations going into this season. I thought max ceiling, they were a 41 win team. Like maybe they'd hover around 35. There's no chance they're getting the 35 now, but also it's just kind of like, it's not, I don't know. It's not shocking either, I guess. I mean, when you throw in DeMar DeRozan, who doesn't really fit with what you're doing here, and then you just give me Zach LaVine and you do that,
Sure.
you kind of put yourself in a place where it's like, yeah, it's super ugly right now.
I'm Kyle Madsen. He's Jesse Tapia. Joe Brazil rocking with us. We're The Jump. We're hanging out with you until 9 a.m. right here on ESPN 1320, Sacramento's sports leader. And Warren in the chat at youtube.com. We also simulcast. We're on the radio at 1320 a.m. and 98.5 FM HD2. We're also on YouTube and Twitch, youtube.com/ESPN 1320 and twitch.tv/ESPN 1320. And our guy Warren said, are we sure that every person in Doug's coaching staff is someone he placed there? No, not at all.
Yeah,
Anyway.
the guys on D'Lo and Casey have talked about Mike Woodson just being hired there. So, I mean, there's one, I guess, but yeah.
Is Mike Woodson the Kings head coach in 2027?
I'm going to say no, just for the sake of maybe delusion and hoping that's not a plan that they had kind of going into these next 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
I would really hate for you to hire Doug Christie, put him on the deal that he's on, be like, yeah, we weren't really expecting to win, so we'll let Doug coach out these next 2 years, see what he does, move on. And it's like, oh yeah, the guy I hired or whatever is the new coach now.
That's what it feels like.
It feels like pure Kings dysfunction.
Yeah.
And I'm going to choose to believe that's not going to happen, Kyle.
I love that for you. You know what? I love that. I love that so much. We got Kings Jazz tonight. And I think this is going to be one of the games. I think what we're going to see at the end of the year. Again, I don't know this. I'm not reporting this. I'm just a guy thinking.
We're all just a bunch of people thinking.
We're all just some people with thoughts.
Put it on a t-shirt.
Welcome to The Jump, where we're just some guys. And I'm trying not to get sidetracked because I want to go off on a tangent about that, but I'm not going to. Kings Jazz tonight. I think we're going to see Adam Silver at some point, and maybe it's this offseason. Adam Silver in the NBA do something about tanking. And I know we talked about this earlier in the week and like potential solutions, and that's up for the league to figure out. But one of the hallmarks of Adam Silver's tenure as the NBA's commissioner is that he's not afraid to take big swings. He's not afraid to change things up and put an in-season tournament and make the play-in tournament and try everything under the sun to make the All-Star weekend matter again. And I think that given the number of teams, what do we say? It was like 6 or 8 that are in the running for a bottom three spot or a top 3 pick. The best odds at a top 3 pick. I think that we're going to see the NBA either this offseason or very, very soon come together and try and do something about tanking.
Well, yeah, the Utah Jazz are playing in everyone's face right now. Yeah, we're tanking over here. Like, when you guys aren't going to do anything about it. Hey, Will Hardy, why aren't you playing Jaren Jackson Jr. and Laurie Market in the 4th? I don't want to. Right.
Right.
Yeah, like, no, that's cool then, whatever. Like, yeah, we know what it is. It's not like, oh, yeah, the Jazz are blah, blah, blah. Like, it's kind of weird. Or guys are just like, nope, yeah, we're not playing them.
It's insane. And it feels like
they're in the open for you.
It feels like tonight's Kings Jazz game is going to be one that Adam Silver, because he's going to have all this data and he's going to have all these lineups and all this stuff. He's going to pull up this game on February 11th and he's going to go, look at these teams.
Daquan Plowden is going to play 48 minutes tonight and Adam Silver's like, enough. That's enough. We need to do something about this right now. No disrespect to Daquan Plowden, but you get the point.
No, but we know what it is. Like, we know what it is. This is not. You can point to the injury stuff and go, oh, they're banged up. If the Kings were fighting for the 1 seed right now, all of the dudes who are out would be playing.
Yes.
Let's keep it a stack. Like, let's be very, very real with ourselves here. And again, this is not a Kings problem. This is not the Kings problem to solve or to
They're
participating.
Thing to do.
They're participating in the game. And I mean the game, not the basketball game necessarily, but in the battle for draft picks game. The Kings are doing the absolute right thing. I want to make sure that that's very clear. I can be disappointed with how the season's gone while also looking and going, yeah, they're doing what they need to do here. I am very much not in favor of the Kings going out and let me back up and playing Domantas Sabonis and Keegan Murray and all those guys to try and get a win. It's not that. If you win because Nate Clifford and Dylan Cardwell and Maxime Reynaud and Daquan Plowden and Devin Carter and all those guys were really good, all right, cool. We'll talk about it. But you can't go out there and when they're going to sit all of their players of consequence, of real consequence, you have to fight fire with fire.
Yeah, because you want to do the morally right thing, I guess, in the NBA. No, we're going to play the guys and we're going to give it our all. And all of a sudden now we have the 10th pick in the draft. Like, no, that's all right. That doesn't do anything for you.
Also,
you gotta get down and dirty and you gotta sit some guys.
Also, the Mavs getting the number 1 pick last year was not some. I saw so many takes after that happened that like, yep, see, this is why you don't tank. Because you might wind up. And it's like, what? No, that's ridiculous.
We left that with the thought, hey, maybe this might be a little rigged, allegedly, or something. Like, this is a little weird. Like, it wasn't like, oh wow, the lottery's great. It's like, oh, this was really off. How did this happen?
Yeah, teams didn't go, man. We need to
play in. They get this generational prospect. How did that happen?
I will say the irrational part of my brain that believes in superstition and stuff is like, maybe the basketball gods did just reach down and say, you know what? Shout out to the Mavs. You're super banged up. You had the Luka trade. That sucks. Here's the ping pong balls. And I mean the hypothetical bet, not the powers that be in the NBA.
No, yeah. I believe in the superstition stuff. We're all baseball fans. Where it comes from.
They were rewarded for still trying and battling it out. Because remember, aside from the Luka trade, they were at one point where they had like 8 healthy guys last year. And they figured it out. They won a play-in game. Salute. They did it. But I also don't think that was some kind of path forward for teams. I don't think teams see the 2024-2025 Dallas Mavericks as a model for success.
No. Don't do that. All right, go ahead and do what the Wizards and Jazz have been doing for right now.
Yeah, man. And I think it's the right thing to do. I may not love it. It may not be everybody's favorite thing to watch.
Like you said, it's the game that has to be played.
It is.
And it's up to Adam Silver to fix it. And until he fixes it, this is what it is. And this is how it's going to go.
What's the line tonight? Do you happen to know off the top of your head? I'm going to look it up.
No, I'd have to imagine
it's
Jazz.
in Utah.
Yeah, so the Jazz.
I think the
I'd say-
Jazz. I'm going to say
Jazz
Jazz
minus 1.5.
2.5. I'm
All
saying
right,
Jazz
2.5,
minus
I'm
2.5. Joe, do you have a guess? I got Jazz minus 2.5. Jesse, what was yours? Jazz minus 4.5.
Yeah.
Joe, what's your?
I'll do minus 6.5 for the Jazz.
Jazz minus 6.5. That's a good guess.
We're all just
Stand by.
going two over each other.
Oh, I just saw it.
It's 6.5. Judge.
Joe, what is it?
If I'm reading this correctly, I think it is 6.5.
You saw it already. You cheated.
Yeah, Joe
I
was
swear to
looking
you,
at his
I swear.
screen.
I swear.
Cheated.
Wow.
He cheated.
Shame.
I promise.
This is
Shame.
unbelievable, Joe. You say you wanna help us on this show, and you do such a great job helping us out. And then the first time we play a game together, you just
I was right.
immediately
That's not cool.
immediately impact the integrity of our looking up the
Joe,
the
Alex
point spread.
Rodriguez, Brazil.
This is unbelievable stuff from our guy. Why are they making this so difficult for me to find?
Yeah, I'm having a lot of trouble. I believe I'm seeing minus.
Don't try and save it now, Joe. Don't try and save it now.
I'm on ESPN.com.
Pelicans being 9.5 the other day was surprising at first, and then it turned out to be the most generous number they could put out.
Yeah, it's 6.5.
Let's
Great job
go.
by Joe. Great job by
Come
Joe. Great job
on.
cheating, Joe.
I'm
sir.
protesting that result right there.
You ain't cheating. You ain't trying. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm
believe in
cutting
cheating.
that.
I don't believe
that,
in
and You're
cheating.
taking that to.
Yeah, the Jazz are favored minus 6.5 tonight. That feels high. I don't like that.
That's it.
Yeah. I think the Kings are winning.
Why?
Because
Dude.
I have
Keys
to
to the
delude
game. Let's
myself.
go.
I have to delude myself. Oh, keys. All right, here we go. Keys to the game. All right. Key number 1.
Got to knock down your 3-pointers.
You got it, dude. You got to win. You got to hit your threes. That's number 1 for sure. Number 2,
Got to guard the
limit
3-point line.
turnovers. Got to limit
Yes.
turnovers. You can't, those live ball turnovers, you can't let them get out in transition. The Pelicans killed you in transition. You cannot give the Jazz, who are not trying, you can't give them easy buckets. That's big time. And then number 3, I need one person to take over. I need one person to assert themselves as the guy. When the Kings need a bucket down the stretch of this game, who's it going to be? I need to see somebody assert themselves in that way. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's Max. I don't care if it's Neek. I don't care if it's Devin Carter. I don't care if it's Daquan Plowden. Somebody has to assert themselves as the guy down the stretch of this game. No, it feels like they got waxed by New Orleans. I feel like there's going to be some little bounce back. You saw DeMar DeRozan spiking his water bottle and saying, like, we just need to do things the right way. That's great. That all leads me to think that the Kings are going to come out and try super hard tonight, and the Jazz won't.
There you are with the expectations again, man.
Not expectations.
Well, like, I don't know. Maybe they do, but there's just not a lot of faith there right now.
It's not expectations. It's not expectations. It's cope. I'm just trying to get through this, and I'm trying to have a good time doing it.
I'm having a good time because AJ DeBonsta went for 36 points yesterday.
Hey, AJ DeBonsta might be in the mix, dude.
I think he is. I
think we got to just stop saying Darren Peterson.
Yeah, let's just wait. Let's just wait, huh? Let's just wait. Yeah, he went for 36. Like, that's what I'm excited about at this point. I want to see Cam Boozer. I want to see AJ DeBonsta. I want to see Darren Peterson go off, and I want to be like, yes, the Kings are getting closer to getting one of those players for this team.
Yeah, 100%. I'm so like that's
again,
the thing is
like,
I'm
going
with
into
you.
my game.
I'm
going into the game with no expectations. I'm sitting down and it's like, oh, the Kings are up today. Fine. I'm not gonna get mad because the Kings won a basketball game.
I'm not gonna get. I will not be mad.
No, but I'm saying
I want to. Don't write in the newspaper that I'm mad.
No, I'm talking about for me. Right, we're talking about me right now.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get mad if they win, and if they lose, it's like, all right. Like I said, AJ DeBonsta went for 36 the other day. We're just closer to that. It's just kind of, I guess, I don't know, having fun with either scenario.
I just don't want. You can't lose out. Like, you can't lose 40 in a row to end the season.
You can't, but they might. like you're not wrong. You're not wrong in anything you're saying, but this team is bad enough to where they might just reach 17 wins, and that's the max this season.
Oh, 17 would be fine. 5 more wins?
5 more wins, then. I mean, I think you can get 5 more wins.
You need 5. So you need 5 more dubs, and you can get one tonight.
See, we've talked about like these are the teams you want to lose to.
No, I understand that. The players don't want to lose though.
Well, yeah, no, this is not a players thing. We're talking about just as covering the team, fans, things like that. Like this is what that's about. Like, yes, if you're a Kings player, go out and do everything you can to win the basketball game. Always, like Doug Christie as well. Like win as many basketball games as you can.
Yeah, right.
But it's not your job to worry about the draft next year.
TCG said, save the random wins for home against LA or Denver. You don't get to do that.
Yes,
you don't get to save the wins.
Play your heart out against the Clippers and the Cavs. Play your little hearts out. Okay. But when it comes to the Jazz and the Pelicans, we know what the mission is.
Rustdog asked if it's more likely the Kings lose 20 in a row or win 20 games this season. It's lose 20 in a row by like a lot.
Absolutely.
Which is not even close.
Insane. That's crazy.
Right. Don't you ever ask that question again. That's tough.
8 more wins?
It's a great question. That's a real gut punch right there.
It is a good question. It puts it in perspective, but man, oh dude.
Remember early in the year when we were like, yeah, but that schedule down the stretch. The Kings won 4 in a row and had Kenny Caraway looking at the standings and figuring out how far away from the play-in they were.
It's all good. I get it. And
it was down the stretch because like, man, look at all these bad teams. And it's like, yo, the bad team is in the house.
Well, yeah.
Like the call is coming from inside Golden One Center, man.
If you got to look around and figure out who the bad team is, it's probably you.
Are the Kings going to be? Ooh! I have. Speaking of point spreads, I want to go look at something real quick before we pay some bills. Do we think there is a game where the Kings will be favored again this season?
No chance. No. Oh, well,
they play. I think they host Brooklyn.
It would have to be Zach LaVine and DeMont. Maybe it's that one. No, because unless Brooklyn's just sitting everyone too at the same time, I don't.
Brooklyn is shamelessly tanking. Brooklyn for the second year in a row. See, at least the Kings, at least Sacramento has like they reached this point because they've been injured and they just haven't been good enough. And their roster is not good enough.
Is there a worse team in the league taxes these Vegas numbers?
2 years in a row. 2 years in a row, Brooklyn has just been like, oh, we're too good. We need to pull the plug on this. Which is
it's just a weird way to go about it. But I mean, that's just the NBA in sports now, I guess.
But anyways.
I think we're losing Kyle.
A little bit. He's lagging a little bit there.
It's all good. Kyle,
we're coming up on a break.
Yeah. But point being, I mean, it's going to be the Tank Bowl tonight.
And
Oh,
okay, gotcha. Yeah,
that was English. Am I back?
Oh,
now you're back.
You are back.
Am I back yet?
You're
back now? Okay, great, cool. I made the huge mistake. I'm using a 10-year-old laptop because my work laptop does not like StreamYard at all.
Oh, nice.
Which is what we use to do our video stream. And so I can't use that. So I'm using my 10-year-old laptop where if I just tried to open Basketball Reference and my computer said, nope, we're not doing that today.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you this. You were great up until that point. Do not open another tab.
Yeah,
get your phone out.
I've got the rundown open.
Yeah.
Use your phone.
All right, I'm not. Here we go. All right, I've got my other computer open with Wide Orbit so I can see what time it is, and I can see where we're at on breaks.
You open another tab, and your computer might explode.
Dude, it got hot. It got hot there for a minute. Yeah, dude, it's funny because I'll do the podcast Candlestick Chronicles on this computer too, and on that pod, it's especially like post game. Like I have to have like game books up, like stats, like box scores up, and I'm going and looking at like I'm trying to research. Oh, this guy had this many yards for the first time since his day, and I can't do any of it on this computer. I try and do one additional thing, and it's like, nope, we're done.
Go buy a new one and expense it, because that's the way to do it.
Hey, Aaron. Hey, Aaron's our boss. Yeah, hey, Aaron, how's it going, man? I'm just gonna run down to Best Buy real quick and cop a new computer, and I'm just gonna expense that. That cool? Is that good?
No, don't be like that's cool. Be like I expensed it. I already expensed it.
Ask for permission. Ask for forgiveness, not permission.
Yes.
I'm gonna expense it and then also write it off. Just commit a little tax fraud while we're at it.
Why not?
Come on.
All the cool kids are doing it.
All right, that's Jesse Toppy. I'm Kyle Madsen. Joe Brazil's rocking with us. We got to get into some NFL stuff. We're starting the NFL offseason. We're gonna stick with that. But we've got the Kings heading into the All-Star break. And Jesse, you want to know if they saved themselves with how bad this season has gone. Yes. And I'm fascinated by that question, and I would like to explore it next on The Jump. He's Jesse. I'm Kyle. Joe's over there. He's going to hit the button on ESPN 1320 Sacramento Sports Leader.
Well, clear. Good.
Yeah, dude, the second I open Basketball Reference, my whole computer just is like, nope.
Yeah, don't do that again. No, but shout out to Joe for being here. I couldn't imagine running the board right now. Shout out to all the producers of the world. Good morning, Chatty House. I'm really good to talk to you guys before the show. What's up, everybody? So Ms. Mac 10, Chino, Spencer, Johnny G, TCG, Scooter, Manny's in here. Shout out West Side Kings fan. Good morning. Morning, Patrick V. What's up, Jeremiah Price? Shout out Russ. Yeah, if you want to be a Celtics supporter, go ahead.
Oh, that's a good question. When your team is bad, how do you do the playoffs?
Oh, you sit back, order your favorite food, and just
no. But do you find a new team to root for? Do you find a player to root for?
Maybe if you get attached to one that season, but like watching the NFL playoffs last year and most of my life, it's like, yeah, no, I just kind of.
I kind of, unless it's like, I would root for the Celtics for you. Like if I have a homie who has a significant rooting interest, I'll jump on the bandwagon with my friends just because that's a better time.
There's a Heat rivalry with the Celtics, but like if the Celtics are down, like, yeah, my brother's a Heat fan, so I'll root for them too, I guess.
I like a lot of the time I'll just find the team that's versing a team I don't like. It'll be that simple for me. And I want that other team to win.
This is definitely how I was in the mid to late aughts.
The 49ers are a team that I can't root for, though. Like, same with the Warriors. Just a lot of Bay Area stuff, but.
Okay, fine. Then I hate the Celtics.
It's fine, brother. It's fine. They need you anyways.
No, I also lean into hating.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll find a thing to root against.
I hate the sports fan that's like, oh yeah, like you're rent free, blah blah blah. It's like, yes, no, I hate you too, along with my team winning.
Hang on, let's talk about this on the show. I almost told you guys how much time we have left. Like you both can't see it.
Yeah, like I didn't just look to my left right now.
Oh yeah, that Giants Fest thing looks sick. I need to get out to one soon.
You didn't go to the one in Sac?
I was working. I was working.
Oh, I'm Joe. I'm standing at a table.
I would have been there. Ten seconds.
Welcome back to The Jump with Kyle Madsen and Jesse Tapia.
Yeah, we're locked back in here. Thanks, everybody, who's hanging out with us on this Wednesday, February 11th. We were talking at the break. If you want to hang out with us during the breaks, hit us up on YouTube, youtube.com/ESPN1320. We're also streaming live on twitch.tv/ESPN1320. We're simulcasting because we're also on the radio, 1320 AM and 98.5 FM HD. To appreciate everybody hanging out with us today. If you want to join the conversation at all, please do. 916-909-1320, 916-909-1320. And at the breaks, on the video side, we don't go to commercial. We just kind of sit here and yap. And I asked the question, and again, 916-909-1320 if you want to join the conversation on this. So the Kings, I don't know if you guys have noticed this. The Kings not going to go to the playoffs this year, I don't think.
No.
Just my opinion. My opinion. I just don't think I don't think they're going to quite get over the hump. The West is tough, and I'm not sure they're going to get there this year. So I asked, what do you do when your favorite team in a sport is not in the playoffs? Do you have a quote unquote second team? Like, do you just have a fallback option? Or do you root for like a friend's team? How do you do it?
For me, in the NFL, I'll go players and stuff like that. Like Lamar Jackson's one of my favorite players, so I'll like if he's doing well in the playoffs, that's great. That's great.
Sure.
And there's not an emotional attachment to there, but like I'm rooting for Lamar Jackson. I'm rooting against the Bills. It's part of being a sports fan. I hate being a hater too. It's okay. Don't let anyone tell you different. It is okay to hate being a sports fan. And yes, like sometimes I root against the Bills. Like we have to talk nice about them sometimes if they do well, and that's fine. But as a sports fan, like yeah, I'm out on the Bills. The Patriots, I don't really have any issues with. Like I can't really get mad at Tom Brady for kicking my ass my whole year. So whatever. The Jets, they won't get there. So like yeah, there's that. But you think you root for favorite players, and then if my brother's got like a team in the NBA, like he's a Heat fan, so if they're doing well and the Celtics are out, then I'll go that way. But if not, like yeah, Knicks, they're done. Sixers rooting against them. It's hate and just watching good basketball, I guess, and just football.
I think that's the thing I always fall back on too. Like this is especially true in college football. I don't have a favorite college football team. I just have teams I don't like.
Yeah.
Like I have teams I don't want to see win. But in the NBA or in the NFL, I think the thing I always fall back on is rooting against popular narratives. And like you mentioned Lamar Jackson. I don't feel super strongly about Lamar Jackson and being like he's electric. He's an amazing player, but I wouldn't call him one of my favorite players in the league. Yeah. But I think the discourse around him sucks. I think
it's too extreme.
Yeah, and I think it's extreme both directions, but there are people. Lamar Jackson is very obviously good at football, and there are so many people who will talk about him like he's ass because he hasn't won a Super Bowl. Like, oh, he just can't do it. It's like, okay, but do you watch? Like, yeah, he's not amazing.
He has 2 MVPs.
Right,
he's not a bad quarterback.
There's a lot of things that happen. Like Zay Flowers fumbling at the goal line is not on Lamar Jackson, right? And so I root for him because I hate that discourse.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, yeah.
So I think we're talking about it. I think I'm just gonna one of the things I'll do is like in 2016, my buddy Randy is one of my best friends in life, and he is a massive Chicago Cubs fan. So during that playoff run where they won the World Series, I just became a Cubs fan because I want to see my friend happy. And that's one of my favorite ways to go about it is I just jump on board. If I have a friend who's heavily invested, I will root for my friend's favorite team, unless to a point.
Yeah.
I'm not rooting for the Lakers. I'm not
disgusting. No, you don't root for the Lakers. You don't root for the Yankees. You probably don't root for the Dodgers anymore. And NFL wise, I mean, I don't think there's not really a team like that where like it's just universally like, yeah, you don't do that. Maybe it's the Cowboys, I guess.
I feel like it's the Cowboys.
Duke. Yeah, maybe it's the Cowboys for NFL. Then college basketball, it felt like it's been Duke.
Yeah, I can't bring myself to pull for Duke. Although, see, here's the thing: is I have a very good friend who's a huge Duke basketball fan, like dyed in the wool, like massive Duke basketball fan. And last year during the tournament, I watch, but less I hate less. I don't necessarily root for them.
Yeah.
But I will jump in the group chat with my friend and support Duke in that way, or support him watching Duke. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're a good friend.
Thanks, man.
I mean, I wouldn't do that, but yeah.
Yeah, I know. You're a person who talks smack when their friend's favorite team loses.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're one of those people. Yeah, see,
Yeah,
I
but
can't.
whatever.
I'm too much of an
All the
empath.
sports. That's what's fun for me is talking trash.
Oh man, see, nah. I don't like that at all. I'm already mad about it. If I had a friend texting me, like that's just not my friend anymore. It's like
No, I mean, I'm
you
texting
know
you.
how negatively impacted I am by
I didn't
this
text
loss,
him
and
if
now
I
you're
didn't
gonna make it
care about it.
worse. And now
Yeah,
you're gonna
because
make
you know
it
what? When
worse.
I lose, yes.
No, do you know what I do when
You're a
my
little
friend's
nice.
favorite team
I
loses?
don't really talk
If
trash to you though.
Yeah, because I don't talk trash to other people.
Yeah, exactly. You're nice. So like, yeah, but like just my friends and family and stuff like that. Like, yeah, we have the group chats, the family group chat where it's just like this. It's just all hate all the time. Like your team sucks. No, your team sucks, and it's just toxic. But
That's
you know, it's just
crazy.
what we do.
That would stress me out. I can't do that.
No, I put
get
that
too
group chat on mute a few times. Shout out to my family.
I get too emotionally invested in other adults playing sports games,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't, like, I don't want to mess with it. I don't want to talk trash because I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to put stuff out in the ether. No, I can't.
I
And then
won't
when
put.
one of my friends wants to say something slick, all right, we're just not friends anymore then.
So you know, it's part of it, but it's all right.
No,
We'll get
anyways.
you there.
No, you won't. I'm 35, man. I've been like this my whole
That's
life.
a good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
We're not getting there. We're not getting there, man. All right. You asked me an interesting question about the Kings that I would like to talk about because I can't.
You want to get to our guy Ryan real quick? Wanted to talk playoffs and rooting when your team's not in it.
Yes, absolutely. Please. Yeah, let's get to Ryan at 916-909-1320, 916-909-1320. Ryan, you're on the jump. What's going on, man?
Good morning, fellas. How are you?
What's up? Morning, Ryan. How you doing?
Good. I wanted to just jump in here on the playoffs. And, you know, as a lifelong Kings fan, we're very used to not making the playoffs. So I have to have, like, a certain strategy going into the playoffs about how I can keep it interesting for myself. And the way I go about it is in the most petty of ways. I'm just looking for all the teams and players I don't like to fail. So, like De'Aaron Fox, I don't want him to play that well in the playoffs this year. I want to see the Warriors go down. I want to see the Lakers go down. That's the only thing that keeps me interested in the playoffs.
You know what? Shout out Ryan.
Ryan, man,
Shout out Ryan.
salute.
Yes, Ryan's Ryan's with me.
That is
go.
no, man. If you're a Kings fan that doesn't hit us up, if you're a Kings fan that doesn't root for the Lakers and Warriors to lose, I have great news. The Warriors aren't making the playoffs this year, so you don't have to worry about that. But the Lakers are very much a playoff team, at least right now.
Yeah.
So we'll have that for a round. But that's what the De'Aaron Fox part of this is interesting to me, though.
Yeah,
is that where everybody's at?
No, I don't think so. Like Will in the chat says, I get that, but Fox a question mark. Johnny G in the chat says, had me until the Fox part. That is ultimately up to you and how you want to go about being a fan and things like that and what you read and whatever. Like I get why fans wouldn't have any issue with De'Aaron Fox, and I get why you might. So Ryan is one that does, and Ryan roots against them. So be it.
Is that?
I'm not going to tell him one way or the other.
Huh? I guess I said I wonder how prevalent that is. Like again, I not to. What happened?
I don't think it's like too prevalent with De'Aaron Fox, but I mean there are like it's the fan had a big time agent, or not fan, player had a big time agent, player requested out of Sacramento or however you want to do it or whatever it was. I don't think he ever like formally requested a trade, but like that's just kind of how you read it or whatever. And it's like, oh yeah, this guy wanted out. This guy didn't want to play on my team the rest of his career. Then yeah, I'm gonna root against him. I don't necessarily agree with it. Like I wouldn't root against Fox, but like it's just a general part of being a sports fan.
Yeah, no, I get.
And a lot of the time it is irrational, and Ryan has his reasons, as does the chatty house. A lot of chatty house are like,
I feel like I understand. And again, this is not you're right or wrong. Everybody fans how they want to fan, and please do that. We are very pro fan how you want to fan on this show. But
call again, Ryan.
Huh?
I said call again, Ryan. Not today, but another day.
No, I think I see some people in the chat saying that I just don't feel anything toward him. Like he's
CCG's
gone
got
from
them there, yeah.
he's gone from my life now. Yeah, Fox is in the past. No interest in him anymore. Like that makes sense to me. But I'm gonna root against the Spurs because of De'Aaron Fox. Like, dang, he didn't do anything to you. You made it clear that. Nah, whatever. Anyways, so you asked me a question, and I need you to clarify this for me. You said, did they save themselves from themselves with how bad the season has gone? Talking about the Kings.
Yes.
Can you explain that question for me?
Basically,
What does that mean?
Basically, I don't know if anyone expected them to be this bad, and the way the season has gone has been rock bottom. Like, people are talking about this being one of the worst seasons of all time for the Kings, if not the worst. But knowing what we know now, imagine if this team had the 8th or the 8th to 10th worst record. And it's like they're not necessarily good or anything like that. Like, they're not. I was looking, like, 8th to 10th gets you about 4 games out of the play-in, so far enough to where you're probably not going to make up ground there, and far enough to where you're going to need some Dallas Mavericks level luck in the lottery. And just imagine just having this team here with the Zach LaVines and the young guys and the Domantas Sabonis, and you end up getting the 9th pick in the draft. Like, how forward? That wouldn't take you really forward at all, I don't think. Whereas, yes, everything has gone as wrong as it could, and it's as bad as it can be, but there's a chance where it's like, yeah, you can land a top 3 pick and get your guy finally, rather than just sit in mediocrity.
Yeah, I think to an extent, for sure. Because I'm looking right now, the Blazers are 25-28. They have the 10th best record. If the Kings were 25-28 right now, I'm trying to put myself in that space. Because if the Kings were 25-28 right now, we would probably be talking about how soft their schedule is down the stretch and how they're only 3.5 games behind Golden State for the 8. And can they get up there where they only need to win one play-in game to make the playoffs? Like, that's probably the conversation we'd be having.
Nah, Portland's too good, I think, for, I guess, where I was going with this. Like, you got the Pelicans, Jazz, Mavericks, Grizzlies. If you leave the Kings out, that's 4 teams right there. Then you go Pacers, Wizards, Nets, Bucks. There's your 8th team, 9th team, whatever you want to call it. Like, the Kings in that mix, that's about 21 wins, 22 wins. That's about a few games out of the play-in. Like, if you're 20-32 right now, yeah, you're about 4.5 games out of the play-in from the Clippers. That's kind of what I was talking about for the Kings. Just kind of stuck in the middle.
Yeah, no, I think that's probably right. And I think Keegan Murray's injury at the beginning of the year had something to do with that. I think Domantas Sabonis' injury in the middle of the year had something to do with that. So in terms of saving them from themselves, I mean, I guess to an extent from a pure just record standpoint.
This wasn't their expectation either. They weren't expecting to go into the season and be this bad. It wasn't the plan to be 12 and what do you have? 12-43 right now. Yeah. So that's what I mean, saving themselves from themselves.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but it also makes it hard to be confident in Doug Christie and Scott Perry when they went into the year thinking they were going to be in the mix for a playoff spot or a play-in spot. I know that wasn't like some edict inside the walls. James Ham has reported that, and I want to make that really clear that there wasn't some like pressure internally to make the play-in tournament or to try and make the playoffs. Like, that wasn't ever a thing. But at the same time, when you sign Dennis Schroeder and you trade into the first round to go get Nick Clifford, and you have DeMar DeRozan, you have Zach LaVine, and you sign Russell Westbrook, like you're trying to not be this horrible. And then they were. And I think that's kind of what we were getting at earlier. What I was trying to get at earlier is there has to be some kind of blame laid here. Even if this is best for the Kings, I'm not disagreeing with that.
Perry and Doug Christie this year. I guess if you want to blame it in the players.
Okay, that's all.
And some of the players, I guess. The players that haven't bought in, I guess you can lay some blame on Doug Christie for the fact he hasn't gotten guys to completely buy in, or we haven't seen any real identity or rhythm. And then Scott Perry gets the blame for, yes, Dennis Schroeder having to touch Keon Ellis and just whatever that you want to attach to there. But like, yeah, it's not just one person though. It's not that. It's everyone's had their hands in this mess this season. And if you want to listen blame, like, yeah, we can do that.
And that's okay. That's perfect, because that's exactly when you asked this question, it was exactly why it's saving them from themselves from a pure record standpoint. I don't look at the Kings right now and say, wow, this is some model of stability. Look, they started tearing it down. They tore it down to the studs, and now they're building this thing back up. Like, no, they accidentally fell backwards into being the worst team in the league. Like that's not necessarily that. Like, I get why it's good. I understand. Like, I've wrapped my brain around having a top 3 pick. If they do that, like, so much of this is forgiven, and I get that. But also, it wasn't like Scott Perry came in and said, "Yep, no, we're not doing anything in free agency. We're going to trade whoever we can in the summer. We're going to trade whoever we can at the deadline. We're pulling the plug early. We're going to be the worst team in the league on purpose." Like, no, that's not what happened. Like, they were accidentally this bad, and the whole point of being this bad is like you're building a foundation to start to grow and move forward, and they're to grow and move forward with a coach and a GM who have them as accidentally the worst team in the sport.
Well, that's the thing. It saved themselves from themselves for the sake of like this rebuild and this franchise and moving forward. I don't know how much it's going to help Doug Christie. I don't know how much it helps. Well, I'm sure like a top 3 pick helps Scott Perry, but like, yeah, you end up going the whole season with the worst record in the league. That's not a good thing for Doug Christie. The Kings land a top 3 pick. Like, that's great for the franchise and taking this rebuild forward, but just being as bad as you are, like, yeah, that's not good for the head coach. That's not good for any of the players.
Yeah.
Like, for the rebuild, yeah, it saved the rebuild maybe. Or not maybe, like, yeah, it saved the rebuild. Like, rather than, yeah, let's add the 8th pick in the draft to this group and you're just stuck. Like, yeah, it's not like it saved the Kings. Oh, yeah, like, this is actually good for Doug Christie and Scott Perry. Like, no, there's still questions to be answered after the season. Sure. But for just the sake of this rebuild, yeah, they kind of fell into a situation where it's like, all right, they kind of have to move this way, but also there's some light at the end of the tunnel in May, possibly.
Yeah, because there's just, and this is to your point, I think. If they were, let's just say they're between the Grizzlies and the Clippers. The Grizzlies are 20-32. Let's say they're 20. How many games have they played? 55. So let's say they're 21-34. We are probably sitting here talking about how they messed this up. They needed to start tanking earlier. Why are they still playing the veterans? Like, that would
talk about how they need to get to the position that they're at now. How they need to move off of all these guys and finally blow it up. It's not going to work. They're not going to get to the play-in. They're not bad enough to be at the bottom of the draft. They need to blow it up so we can finally go from there and tank.
That's the thing. They didn't, though. They didn't do any of that. They were just,
they saved themselves from themselves for how bad they've been this year. It's like, no, it still led you to where you needed to be, probably. That's the second straight day you've made that.
I need the lottery. I need the lottery to come. I need the lottery to be here.
Yeah, we still got a couple months, pal. So get ready to Kings this thing up.
No, lock in. What did we say? Over under 15.5 yesterday?
Yeah, I think it was 15.5. I went over.
Man,
I got them at 17-16. One of those.
12-43, man.
Yeah. 12-43. 29.5 games back with the 1 seed. 9-19 at home. 3-24 on the road. Negative 10 point differential. Losers of 13 in a row. Stats, baby. You want to go to the... Oh, never mind. We had someone on the phone lines, but he's gone.
Oh yeah, Will was on the phone. This is why I don't like being at home, because I can't keep track of... When I'm at work, all my screens are in front of me.
Yeah. No, it's
when
great.
I'm here, I've got screens all over the place.
I'm like Batman back here right now.
You're like what?
So I'm like Batman with all these screens. I'm in the back here. Alfred!
Must be nice, man. Must be nice.
That makes me Alfred.
Yeah, you're Alfred.
I'm
Joe's
cool
Alfred.
with that. That's fine.
Yeah, good. Yeah,
he's
fine.
Cool.
So who am I?
You give me...
No,
you're not
be
here.
so careful right now. Be so careful right now.
You give me Lucius Fox for right now.
Wow.
Dude, I think that was a good
answer.
answer.
You're not here. Yeah, you're not here. Wow. You can't be Robin, and it's like, I guess when you're here, you're Batman. I can be Robin and stuff, and he's Alfred.
Yeah.
Like, you're not
it
here.
Doesn't, it can be fun.
Yeah.
Crazy.
We were having fun with that.
Kings are turning you into the Joker, though. Yeah.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, that was with the jump.
Yeah, man. I think that this is to answer your question, this is better than being in the mix for the 10th pick.
Yeah.
Undoubtedly. Now, I will say that it looks like this year's draft would be a good year to have the 10th pick if you were gonna have it. But I think the only real way that the Kings are in that position is if they're playing veterans more and young players less. And I've been on the train all year that there's no point in that. From a team building standpoint, obviously DeMar DeRozan wants to play, Domantas Sabonis wants to play, Zach LaVine wants to play. They want to play basketball. It's what they love to do. But from a Kings team building standpoint, what they've done here over the last week and a half or 2 weeks is really what they've needed to do. I understand why they didn't from off the rip, but injury stuff got in the way. I think chemistry stuff was always going to be a problem. And again, my larger concern is what does this mean for the current regime, head coach and GM? What does this mean for their future? That's my larger
as far as I'm
question.
concerned, like Scott Perry, I'm giving him 5 years to see this thing through. That's the right thing.
I think you have to. I think you have to. You just have to bite the bullet and go.
Yeah, like you have to let we can't be like, oh yeah, this is ugly, this is gonna be so tough, blah blah blah, and then be like, yeah, you have 3 years to fix it. Like he needs a full 5 years, I'd say. And if he's not really winning by the 4th year, then that's when it's like, okay, then maybe you talk hot seat and things like that. But by the 4th year, I'm not gonna get him out of here by then or anything like that. Like you need to give him time to see it through, even if we don't necessarily like how it's going so far. As far as Doug Christie,
I'm with you.
they gave him a 2-year contract with a 3rd-year team option.
Tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah, maybe he's here long term, maybe he's not. But I'm not like, how can you attach him to this going forward when they haven't necessarily themselves?
Yeah.
Long term.
916-909-1320, 916-909-1320. Our guy TC is on the line and has a positive take about the Kings season, and I'm thrilled that our guy TC is tapping in. What's up, TC?
Good morning, TC.
Hey, top of the morning, Jesse, Kyle. What's up, bro?
Chilling, man.
So what you got for us today?
Hey, so listen, I'm coming on a positive note, right? So, like, when I said I'm at a peace of mind with this season, when I want to get angry at what's going on, I just look at those top 5 guys. We talking about Caleb, AJ, Peterson, Boozer, and them cats, and I just laugh, bro, saying, man, it's our time. We really finna get one of these guys, a franchise-moving player. This draft is so deep, bro. I mean, 1st, 2nd round, and even the undrafted guys. I'm watching the center last night from Arkansas. Dude looked like prime Anthony Davis, blocking all type of shots, bro, playing for Coach Cal. Listen, we finna hit this year. Am I talking about finals? But would this be, I know you want to do a 5-year, but would this be something to build off of success? Say if we got our lottery pick and all the moves made over the summer and we turned around and made the play-in next year, 9-10. Would that be something to build off? Would people be mad off of that? Or would they say it's too quick? I'm just saying with the young generation, just run with me a little bit and think about it.
No,
Thanks,
I think
TC.
if you let's say you land the top 3 pick and you end up making the play in that year, I think it's probably not necessarily led by that top 3 pick, but he's a big part of that. I think people would be excited about that.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's
Yeah.
not a
If you make the
my
that's-
5-year thing was just about giving Scott Perry time to see this whole thing through.
Yeah, I
But
think there's
I don't-
if you
like,
can make
maybe-
make
Go
the play in next year, yeah, do it.
Yeah,
What the hell?
this year you make the plan with all the vets and just the guys who aren't necessarily going to be here beyond a couple of years. Like, yeah, people would be frustrated that way. But if you drafted a guy, made some moves, and it's like, oh, the Kings are in the play-in, everyone's going to be very excited.
Yeah, that's just it. Is it's hard to divorce yourself from this Kings roster. But if it's Darren Peterson or AJ DeBonsa as a 75 game starter and Keegan Murray and Nate Clifford and Maxime Reynaud and Dylan Cardwell, like those are the core pieces of what you're doing. And then maybe it's Domantas Sabonis is in there and another veteran you add over the offseason. And you make the play in with that. Like, yeah, you feel really good about the future at that point. But I'm with you. I think the more realistic version of this is next year is probably really bad again, even with a top 3 pick, but we're still excited, whether it's Cam Boozer or AJ DeBonsa or Darren Peterson, whoever, it's something to be excited about, but it's not going to happen overnight. And I think if the onus is on Scott Perry to turn this thing around in 3 years, then I think it's going to be a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, no, you got to give him time.
I agree with you. That's Jesse. I'm Kyle. Joe Brazil's over there. Second hour coming up in a bit. we got to get to some NFL stuff, and you will not believe what an NFL media member said about the city of Seattle. We'll talk about it next on ESPN 1320 Sacramento Sports Leader.
Step out real quick.
Clear.
Okay. Aw, damn, that sucks. Corbin Carroll broke his right hamate bone. He's not going to play in the World Baseball Classic.
No.
That's brutal.
That is upsetting. Dang. I'm really excited for the World Baseball Classic.
Me too. I know I've said this a million times, but I'm going to say it 1,000,001. I'm going to be in Japan for a Japan-Australia game, and so we're finding a sports bar in Kyoto, and we're going to watch Japan play baseball at a sports bar in Kyoto.
Dude, I don't know if you've mentioned that to me, actually. Like, I'm not joking.
It's going to be gas, dude.
That is so cool, dude.
I'm so excited. We were looking up sports bars. We were looking up sports bars in Kyoto, and there's one that literally, like, it looks like an American sports bar on the inside.
Yeah. Yep.
And
Yeah,
the English
awesome.
the English translation on the page was like, "Come enjoy beer and live sports with passionate foreigners."
Dude, yes. That's awesome. My roommate actually just got back from Japan. He went on a solo trip.
Oh,
And
sick.
they do, like you mentioned, they have like Americanized stuff the same way we would have their type of restaurants here. They
Yes.
do the exact same thing there. It's awesome. It's so funny to think about.
I can't
But
wait.
dude, yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
I cannot wait.
Yeah, the culture is very diverse in Japan. He met literally everyone. He had street tacos outside of a barber. Like so many different experiences you wouldn't expect to have in Japan. Like it's my number one bucket list trip as well. And I like how that's become like, have you seen the memes about how like people my age, white men want to go to Japan? It's true. It's true.
Huh.
Japan is just awesome.
This is not a me trip. This is a trip my wife has been wanting to take since she was a child.
Dude,
And so
she knows game then, because I am in the same boat for sure.
I'm just kind of rocking with whatever she wants.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's a fun one to tag along for sure.
I did find a Michelin star tempura spot that we're gonna go to.
Dude, I'm so jealous. I went to Revolving
be
Sushi
sick.
the other day. That's my
Oh, hell yeah.
that's what I got going on. Dude,
I'm trying to force myself. I don't like sushi right now, but we're going to sushi tonight. Fingers crossed we're going to sushi tonight. Like I said, life happens sometimes, and that may or may not still be happening. But I'm gonna have sushi a few times before, and I'm just gonna try and force myself to like it before.
Okay, I'll shoot you a text. Because I worked at Mikuni, so I might have some suggestions.
Sushi's amazing.
I didn't like sushi until I started working at Mikuni, so it's possible. It is very possible.
Sushi and pizza are top two.
I want to like it. I want to like it really bad. So I want to force myself to get in there and like it. I've just not liked fish my whole life. So it's gonna be a really, really significant change for me.
Here we go. And yeah, it was Kira Revolving Sushi. That place is awesome.
Welcome back to The Jump with Kyle Madsen and Jesse Tapia.
And thanks everybody for tapping in. Second hour on the Wednesday, February 11th edition of The Jump with Kyle Madsen and Jesse Tapia. Joe Brazil is also here. We were talking just real quick at the break. We were talking about sushi because I am not a sushi guy, or at least I haven't been in my life. I just haven't been a seafood guy in my life. And I'm going to Japan with my wife in a little under a month, 3 weeks from tomorrow, actually.
Yeah, lock it.
Is when we leave. And so I'm trying to force myself to like sushi before I go to Japan, where it's going to be a lot of fish.
I will say real quick too, there's also really good like barbecue there as well. So it's not going to be
Oh yeah,
all
no, for sure.
You get to eat a ton of like good food.
Oh yeah, no, no doubt. But my wife is a big sushi person, and so
Yeah.
I don't want to rob
got
her of that experience because I'm a ween,
Dude,
Well, low key, you're just gonna have to deal with
respect.
it if not.
Huh?
Like you're gonna have to go to the sushi places and just figure it out. If not,
That's
No,
it.
I'm going to
That's,
send him
so,
some suggestions.
so no, that's it. That's fine. I will. I like I'll eat shellfish. I eat shrimp. When we go to Hawaii, I eat a lot of fish tacos. Like I'm not 100%. I'll eat like I do a swordfish steak. Like I'll grill up a swordfish steak at home. I'll eat that. Like I'm not 100% anti-fish. I've just not gotten to the point that I can be like I can eat sushi. So we're gonna go 3 or 4 times here in the next few weeks, and I'm just gonna force myself to power through it. Like I'm gonna learn to power through it. I'm gonna learn what I kind of like. Go ahead. What?
if you're not able to, Terrence 92 in the challenge says, bro, just eat teriyaki chicken and try whatever else she says. That's the safe route.
That's it. That's basically what we're doing. So I'm gonna go to sushi. I'm gonna try a bunch of different stuff. I'm like, okay, I'm 100% out because like salmon. Okay, I don't rock with salmon. I've tried it cooked every way that you can think of. I've tried it. I have, and I just don't like it. So I want to know. Okay, I like this fish. I don't like this fish. I can deal with this fish. I can tolerate this one. That's what I want to know. So I'm not guessing while I'm in Japan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a good point. I will say that real quick. I don't like salmon if it's cooked. So a lot of fish is a lot different if it's not cooked. I don't know how you feel about eating it raw, but it's going to be a lot of it's going to be uncooked. I don't like salmon unless it's uncooked. So there might be something there. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm gonna start bringing in my flags too, by the way.
Yeah,
that was crazy. That was insane, Joe.
We played a week and a half. It's good. No, hold on. It's good, Joe. All I'm saying is I'm gonna start bringing in my flags. All right, we're gonna change some things up starting tomorrow.
We'll call it uncooked.
We're gonna clean some things up on the jump.
We'll call it uncooked.
That was crazy.
Yeah, no.
Joe just took somebody's helmet off and started swinging.
Yeah, we've been playing for about a week and a couple of days. Tomorrow we're gonna lock in. But yeah,
fair enough.
Salmon's one of those things I lived off of in college, salmon and rice, and now I'm cool off of that for the rest of my life. So
yeah, someone said try salmon nigiri. That's uncooked salmon. I'll try it. I'm down. I'm gonna try whatever. The tempura split. So this is my wife's trip to Japan. She's wanted to go forever, and I'm in. I'm excited. I'm gonna go watch Jack Cooley play basketball down in Okinawa. Hell yeah, that's where we're starting is down in Okinawa. We're gonna go see Jack play a game, and then we're gonna move kind of up. And we're staying in Kyoto for a few days. And so I found a tempura, a Michelin star tempura restaurant. And it's like a 15 to 18 course prefix meal. And one of the things they give you is it's not a sardine, but it's kind of like a sardine, full fish, just deep fried. And they set it on your plate with the eyeballs and everything. I'm doing it. I'm diving in.
You tried the eyeball?
No. God, no.
Why not? Because
I've not been an adventurous eater in my life, dude. This is a relatively new thing for me. I'm trying.
Try the eyeball.
All right, I'm going to eat when we go, we're going to a Michelin star tempura spot, puts food in front of me. I'm going to eat it.
Yeah, no. When we go to Mexico and stuff, they fry that fish. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. So
great.
Shout out.
All right. I want to the Seattle Seahawks parade is today.
Yeah, bad job, Seattle. Go ahead.
Why is it a bad job, Seattle? Like I'm here for it, but
Seattle Public Schools, excuse me.
Wait, why?
Because they didn't give the kids the day off of school.
Okay, so the kids just stay out of school.
No, because then they get marked absences and things like that. Give the kids a break. Give them a day. What do you mean so?
You got an absence.
What about for little Johnny and little Sally who have perfect attendance but are diehard Seahawks fans?
Perfect attendance.
Yes. All right. That stuff matters to the kids. Some of them.
All right. What were their names? What were your friends' names?
Johnny and little Sally.
Yeah.
Okay, listen up, Johnny and Sally.
Seattle Public School
if you want to be a real sports fan, perfect attendance perfect attendance goes out the window.
There it
If
is.
you want to be a diehard, you go to the parade and you have a great time. And sorry, at the end of your ceremony, you don't get to go up and get a little certificate that your parents are going to throw away in 3 weeks for your perfect attendance.
Oh, no, don't
okay.
do that.
Wait,
no.
it was
No, we're keeping it a stack. No, we're being real with the kids right now. Go to the parade. That's a lifetime of memories. You're going to forget that you had perfect attendance in second grade by next year.
I forgot. It was
All I'm
grade for
saying
me.
is that there's a very easy way for all of us to be happy. Just give the kids the day off of school. Like, what do you like? Yeah, okay, perfect idea. All the kids are going to be gone anyways because they're at the parade. So why are we marking attendance today?
Because
what's the
that's
point
because
of
you
that?
know what? No,
They're all
because
gonna be gone.
do you know what? No, hang on. Let me get this. Seattle is not that type of sports town.
Oh, what do you mean?
Seattle is not the type of sports town that's going to shut down. It's a city. It's a huge city. It is not going to shut down for the Seattle Seahawks parade. The Seahawks won a championship not that long ago. This is not the New York Jets who haven't been to the playoffs in a million years and haven't won a Super Bowl since Joe Namath was cool.
13 years ago, about, right?
Huh?
About 13 years ago?
Yeah. Russell Wilson, the guy who quarterbacked them, is still in the league.
Yes,
what are we talking about?
He's also played long enough to where Russell Wilson, the guy who was their Super Bowl quarterback, sucks now.
Yeah, but he's still in the league. Like, it's not that long ago. Talk to a 49er fan or a Cowboy fan or a Dolphins fan. Talk to a Raider fan. It's not been that long. In the scope of an NFL like struggle, Seattle has not gone through it. This is not that big of a deal. Not that now. Seattle is just not that. They're not going to shut down all the public schools in Seattle for the Seahawks. They might for the Mariners. They might do that for the Mariners, but they're not going to do that for the Seahawks. It's just not that type of place. And that's not a shot. Now, Sacramento, if the Kings win a championship, the whole city's shutting down. Nothing is happening on parade day because everybody's going to be at the parade. What's the population of Sacramento? That's how many people are at the parade. Like, that's how it's going to be.
Maybe, yeah.
It's not like that in Seattle. They're not going to shut down public schools for the freaking Seahawks and Sam Darnold.
See, this feels like Seahawks hate right here. I don't know.
What are you talking about?
Maybe you're just tapped. This feels like Seahawks hate right here.
I love the city. I loved it. Dude, I went to Seattle.
I went there last year.
I went to Seattle in May and had a phenomenal time. I texted my dad, who's a Raider fan, and his parents rooted for the Seahawks. And so he had that thing when the Raiders were done, he would root for the Seahawks. Like, that was his second team because of that. And he's like, man, you should give the city a chance. And I was always like, nah. To hell with that city. I hate the Mariners. I hate the Seahawks. I hate everything about them. Da, da, da. And then I went there. It's like, I get it. It's a good city.
A bigger version of San Francisco, I feel like.
It was like, there's parts of it that are like San Francisco, and then you turn a corner and there's a part of it that's like Oakland, and then you turn a corner and it's a part of it that's like DC, and then you turn a corner and there's part of it that's like Philly. It is such a cool city.
Yeah.
But no, they're not going to shut down for the Seahawks. I'm sorry. I just don't think it's that big of a thing. Shouts to the 12s. They did it. That's really cool. They weren't expected to win the Super Bowl. Is a really cool Super Bowl, but they're not just it's not the kind of city that's gonna shut down for the parade.
All monitor Madsen.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
No, not a hall monitor. If I was a teacher and a kid was absent because of the parade, I'm like,
Teacher, I want to go to the parade. I'm a teacher.
All right, cool. Get a substitute then.
Sub wants to go too. What then, Kyle? What then?
That's a better argument. Like, yeah. How mad is the teacher that has to teach their class today?
The principal wants to go to the parade.
Principal could go. Hey, who's policing the principal? Not a single person.
The superintendent's like, yeah, no, we can't go to the parade. We're not letting.
You got PTO. You got PTO. Use it.
Get out of here. No.
If you want to go to the parade that bad, if you want to go see Kenneth Walker that bad,
the teachers and the kids a break.
Oh, I gotta go see Nick Emanwari.
Yeah, Kyle's definitely not salty about it.
No, not at all.
Yeah, Jalen's got the best idea here, I guess. Kids, we're going on a field trip.
Rack it up. We're gonna go talk about civil engineering and how to organize a city.
Exactly.
Come on, let's go. Yeah, man. The bigger deal with this is Ian Rappaport tweeted a story out about this, and he said Hundreds of thousands of Seattle parents now have babysitters so they can go to the parade. That's an insane thing to say about educators, dude.
Yeah. I wouldn't call
That's
my
a
teachers
wild,
babysitters.
wild thing to say about the person who's responsible for educating the next generation.
Yeah, no, my parents were my babysitters, I guess. So shout out to them. But yeah, we went to
Yes,
school
salute.
to like learn from our teachers and things like that.
I never once was like,
Couldn't
wow,
imagine like, yeah, all right, dropping little Steve off to school. Like he's gonna be there for like 8 hours, whatever.
yeah, it's his babysitter.
Yeah.
Call him by their first name. It's your babysitter.
Yeah, that's insane though.
Dude, just what a terrible, terrible thing to say.
Yeah, no. Shout out to the teachers.
Salute to all the teachers. You are underpaid and disrespected in this country. And I want you to know that on the jump, you are so very appreciated.
Shout out Mrs. Wiegand, my 2nd grade
Yeah.
teacher. Shout out Miss Bennett, my 5th grade teacher. Shout out Mr. Sanchez, 6th grade.
Yeah.
Shout out Mr. Hoopmacher, my 6th grade teacher too. He was good.
Hell yeah.
Teachers
Shout out
making
to them.
impact.
Shout out to them. That's Jesse. I'm Kyle. You're listening to The Jump. We're live 7 to 9 a.m. every day right here on ESPN 1320. That is Sacramento's sports leader. I have another gripe. I have another thing I want to complain about.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I know it's new. I'm just on one today.
It's all good. That's what we need. We need energy. It's 8:14 in the morning. We need energy.
Look, we're gonna see this a lot when the Kings get a top 3 pick. We're going to see a lot of trade ideas. We're going to hear people call in and they're going to say, what if you trade back with such and such team and get 5 first-round picks instead? You don't do that, first of all. Don't do that. Don't do that at all. Stay in your spot and take your picks. But anyways, I saw somebody fantasizing about a 49ers-related trade yesterday.
Yeah.
And all I want is to be serious. Like we just need to be, if you're gonna talk trades and stuff, be serious. Like ground yourself in reality a little bit. Just a little bit. I understand that the whole point of hypothetical trades and fake trades is to wish cast and to do thought experiments and to oh man, can you imagine if this player was on this team? I get that's the whole point, but let's be for real. The thing I saw was somebody saying, can you imagine if the Raiders trade the number 1 pick, they trade out of the number 1 pick for a haul of draft picks, and then they trade Max Crosby to the 49ers for Mac Jones, Brandon Ayuk, and picks. No, I can't imagine that because that would never freaking happen.
Yeah, and then we all go into fairy tale land after that, and we're all millionaires. And yeah, no, it's a great tweet.
Like, what am I talking about? What do you just throw Brandon Ayuk in the trade? No, that's not going to happen. Some team is not taking Brandon Ayuk in his contract in the trade.
Hey, I'm gonna take Brandon. Seriously, yeah, just throw him in. Like
you guys want Max? Cool. We'll take Mac Jones. We'll take you want to take Brandon off your hands? Sure. Yeah, we'll take Brandon.
Like yeah,
and then they're just some picks. They're good. Get out of here.
What if the Raiders did the unthinkable? Yeah, unthinkable because it's insane. It's insane.
Yeah, they're not. First of all, they're not trading out of the number 1 pick. You don't do that.
Yeah, let's just kick the cat down a road,
it is literally akin to the Kings getting the number 1 pick and then being like, yeah, but what if they didn't use that pick? That would be insane. There's a quarterback that everybody knows is going to go number 1. You take that guy and you don't overthink it. The other problem though is I don't think you're probably getting that much for the number 1 pick this year. I don't think teams would be falling over themselves to go get Fernando Mendoza. They would probably be like, no, we'll just sit here and wait, and we'll wait till next year.
You think you're getting more value-wise for Max Crosby than you would the number 1 pick this year?
Ooh.
Meaning, like you're going to get probably less capital for Crosby, but you probably get a couple of firsts, maybe a 3rd or a 4th, whereas Mendoza, maybe you get a team's 1st, their 3rd, 4th, 5th, whatever you want to throw into there.
Yeah, you might get a future one. Ooh, that's a really good question.
Sick. That's why we do radio, people.
I think if a team wanted to trade up, if a team was going to trade up to 1, like not the Raiders calling and trying to trade out of the spot, but a team like desperate, we need Fernando Mendoza, we will give it. I think they would wind up getting more for the pick.
Gotcha.
But if they put them both on the block and they said, hey, I think it'd be really even, to be totally honest with you. because
Yeah,
I don't think that Micah Parsons going for what he went for is going to affect the Max Crosby market at all. The Cowboys botched that every which way from Tuesday.
Yeah, and I think we've seen the reports like, oh yeah, Max is gonna get surgery and it's gonna keep him out for a little while, so that could affect his trade value, things like that. Like, yeah, if I'm the Raiders or another team, I'm still trading by the draft if you are planning on trading him.
Oh yeah, no, you're definitely trading him before the draft so you can get a pick this year.
Like, I'm not worried about his injury right now or anything like that. Like, you got to get the most you can if you go that way. I mean, Clint Kubiak was at his press conference the other day. I think it was yesterday, maybe, or the day before. But point being, he was like, yeah, well, we want Max to be around here, and he said all the right things, but I feel like it's a bunch of coach speak now.
Yeah, you have to say that. You can't be like, yeah, we got a cup of coffee. He wants out. Yeah. I do love a mock draft though, dude. I'm so in on mock drafts. I hate them.
Mock draft is cool until it mocks your team drafting a guard with their first pick.
Yeah, I like it from a just data collection standpoint because I'm not going to put the work in to grind draft tape and put together a big board. I'm going to let other people, smart people do that. I'm going to find who is in that range and then I will do work on those players, right?
Yeah. Work smarter, not harder.
I'm going to click a mock draft every time. And that's true with the Kings get the number 1 pick. I'm looking at every mock draft. Even if every single one has Darren Peterson or AJ DeBonsa, I'm going to click on it every time.
Yeah,
I love a mock draft. It's the best.
Why not?
It's the best. They're so pointless. It's such a dumb exercise.
Yeah, because you know what? Because all right, no, we're not going to get mad about this. Okay, we're not going to
get mad about it.
Get mad about it. No, because there's no reason to get mad about people doing mock drafts and how they always get it wrong and how it's never right and how there's no basis to like, this guy actually knows what he's talking about.
It's a pointless exercise.
Exactly. So like, what am I going to get mad for? It just is what it is. But it's like, yeah, so-and-so picked out 7 of the 32 picks. It's like, oh, awesome. It's like, I don't know. It's just we give these guys a lot of credit.
I don't think I read them for the accuracy. Like I said, as much as I do getting people's ideas of who is going to be where in the draft and collecting just a list of 30 names or 20 names or whatever it is who could conceivably be available when the 49ers pick at 27. I don't think it's that interesting for the Raiders because I don't think they're going to do anything other than draft Fernando Mendoza.
Yeah.
Even though, again, Clint Kubiak said there's a lot of tape to watch before we make that decision. Like, come on. We know what this is.
He's already a seasoned head coach.
Yeah, man. He's saying all the right stuff. But I will be interested if the Kings get the first pick, if there's any, because we're already seeing it. It was Darren Peterson's going to be the number 1 pick. But then AJ DeBonsa has 36 points last night against Baylor. And like ran the offense, had the ball in his hands a lot. 7 assists, 36 points. He was efficient. It wasn't like 36 points on 35 shots. He was efficient. I wonder if there's going to be another name or two that makes its way into the number 1 pick conversation by the time June rolls around.
I hope not.
Why not?
I don't know.
Why not?
You want to go through the whole, and the Kings might take Cam Boozer over AJ DeBonsa or Darren Peterson. No, dude, no, that's not fun. Yeah. No.
Yes, it is. What are you talking about?
No, just make the right pick. It's clearly 2 guys. It's probably
but that's what I'm saying is but what if it's not?
I don't know.
It's clearly 2 guys right now, but what if Cam Boozer leads Duke to a title and averages 30, 15, and 4 in the tournament?
Because the conversation is just going to be about the Kings taking the wrong guy again, or why they had like it won't be fair about the Kings. Is my point. I don't want anyone else to enter the conversation because they'd say they do plan on taking Boozer or they did or whatever. Like, yeah, it wouldn't be about the Kings took their right guy. It'd be like, no, what are they doing? Oh yeah, the Kings did it again. I get what you're saying, but also just make it a lot easier.
I want to be clear here. I'm not talking about the Kings falling in love with random player.
No, yeah.
I'm not talking about that. That's not what I mean. I mean, actually, somebody brought up they said that's how Marvin Bagley crept in over Luka. Like, it wasn't. It was really clear that Luka and DeAndre Ayton were going to go 1-2 in that draft in some order. And then the Kings talked themselves into Marvin Bagley.
Doesn't it kind of feel that way right now?
No,
Is it
I'm
clear
talking about like draft analysts, not the Kings.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
That's what I want to be clear. Not the Kings going, oh, hey, there's a secret third guy here. Like, no, the consensus being that there's 4 guys who could go number 1.
I don't know if that'll happen, just given it seems like it's been pretty just the way they've discussed it. Like it's Peterson and it's DeBonsta. I'd be pretty surprised if everyone just kind of switched up midseason. It's like, oh yeah, Cam Boozer's here as well. Because I feel like we don't normally. I'm not gonna say we don't normally see that, but like when people are locked in on a guy going into a season, it rarely changes. I feel like, give or take, 1 or 2 or whatever. It feels like, oh yeah, like these are the guys. Like everyone knew it was AJ and Peterson going into the season. It's like that's usually just I feel like what people stick with.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, if Boozer goes on a run in the tournament, then maybe he gets talked about more. But like I feel like that's what it would take. And then if that's what it was, it's like, yeah, it's still Peterson or DeMonsta though.
Yeah, maybe. I just again, I think that they're going to wind up going 1, 2 in some order.
Mhm.
But at the rate we're seeing guys make their way up into the top 10, into the top 8, oh, this guy might go top 5. It just wouldn't shock me at all if by the time draft time rolls around, because we've gone already from Darren Peterson is 1 to all of a sudden it's like, hey, is AJ DeBonsta in the mix?
I feel like AJ's been in the mix more than we think though. Like here's probably been more Darren Peterson and things like that. But I feel like nationally, like it's still up in the air, I think.
Maybe. It's just one of those years that, again, I want to get a draft person on. Maybe I'll do that later this week. But I think it's one of those years it's going to be really, really hard to screw up. Whether it's 1, 3, 5, whatever, I think there's going to be a really good player available when the Kings pick, and they just have to pick them.
Yeah, hopefully they do. I don't want to give them the kiss of death where it's going to be hard to screw up. But yeah, hopefully they get that pick right.
But that's
go ahead and clip that part.
Like that's a part of it though. That's the other part of it. You know, we talk about the lottery and like, oh, you just got to get a top 3 pick. But even if you don't, like, you still got to hit the pick, man.
Yeah. Yeah, because like you say, DeAndre and Luka Doncic are there, and you take Marvin Bagley.
Yuck. God, I hope that doesn't happen again. I think that's why I've been like weirdly resistant to Cam Boozer this entire season, even though he's really, really good.
Yeah.
Like he's very, very good. But the idea of taking that type of player from Duke again, just like.
Does the Peterson stuff scare you at all as far as how he's managed this season playing and not playing? I feel like there's either 2 sides of it where it's either, yeah, I'm completely scared off of this guy, like I don't want anything to do with him, or it's like, yeah, he's getting ready for the NBA, I'm taking him 1.
I think he's been good enough when he has played that I feel fine about it. I was like, remember James Wiseman played, I think, 3 college games?
Yeah.
And it wasn't like he was dominating top competition in those games. And he still went, whatever it was, 2 overall. That would scare me. If Darren Peterson played a couple of games at the beginning of the year and was good against kind of mid to bad competition, I would feel way different. But it feels like every time he's on the court, he's just that dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's all I need to see. He's
That's
played enough.
You want to get some suspensions in before we go to break, or do you want to read them after?
Oh, we got suspensions from the Pistons Hornets fight.
Yeah.
Let's get those. Yeah, let's get those now.
All right, we got Isaiah Stewart, 7 games.
Wow, I thought it'd be more.
Yeah, me too. Miles Bridges 4, Musa Diabate 4, and then Jalen Duren 2 games. That is courtesy of Shams.
All right.
I thought Beef Stew would have got maybe 10 just because he's like
he went off the bench. He chased Miles Bridges down. That's wild. 7 games.
Suspension.
7 games. I hate that for my Pistons. Really tough.
These are your Pistons.
Those are my guys. All right, we got some quarterback stuff. Is Mac Jones the next Sam Darnold, or is the next Sam Darnold going to be in this year's free agency class? We'll talk about that next on ESPN 1320 Sacramento Sports Leader.
Hey, Joe, do you know what time we got to take that picture after this?
Yeah, 9 o'clock.
All right, perfect.
Flat.
Yeah,
Yep.
perfect. Yeah, Emiliano, it is, but also like there's the Kyrie Irvings where it's like, hey, maybe he's just that.
Oh, I have a fear. I'm going to text it to you so I don't forget it.
What's everyone up to in the chat? It's 8:30.
Josh, I don't know if Dallas gives you 2 firsts, but maybe Detroit does. Seems like you're gonna get a decent return from Max. So if I'm the Raiders, I'm moving on from him if I can get 2 firsts. Give me 2 firsts and
If I'm the Niners, I would give this year and next year's first.
Don't do that. I mean, he's won a title.
If the Kings got a Kyrie Irving level player,
Do that.
are you joking? I would be over the moon. That's crazy. Don't let Kyrie being kind of a weirdo distract you from the fact he's awesome at basketball and hit the biggest shot in NBA history. TC, please save the late second round stuff. I don't. You have no idea who's going in the second round at this point. Would you trade Nick Bosa and 2 picks for Carter? No. The fuck? No. Use your brain, brother. Come on. Yes, if they draft a player who tears his ACL or Achilles, then yeah, that would be bad. But if the player they draft has Kyrie's career and then they tear their ACL at 35, okay, I'll deal with it.
About 10 seconds.
Welcome back to The Jump with Kyle Madsen and Jesse Tapia.
Yeah, if the Kings draft a Kyrie level player, that would be good.
Yes, it would. I can confirm.
What are we doing here?
I think I called him one of the 80 greatest players of all time yesterday.
Yeah, well, you said one of the greatest players of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would take a top 100 player of all time in the draft. Yeah.
No. Yeah,
For sure.
Kings get a Kyrie Irving level player with their pick. We're throwing a parade.
Yes. 1000%. Despite the fact that he's a weirdo and despite the fact that he's hurt. Having a Kyrie Irving level player would be a big deal for the Kings. Kyrie is a heck of a talent. And you would take that at number 1 overall. Are you worried at all? I'm Kyle. That's Jesse. Joe Brazil behind the glass. We're talking a little bit about the NBA draft, and I want to get to this NFL quarterback stuff. But are you worried at all about the Kings going maybe not at number 1? I think if they pick first, I think it'll be maybe AJ DeBonsa works his way into that conversation where it's a real like coin flip. But let's say it's a split between those two guys, and I think they would take one of those two guys. But let's say they pick like 4th. Would you be worried at all on draft night about the Kings reaching at number 4 and then having Scott Perry cite pillars in his post-draft press conference?
If he reached I'm not concerned about that right now, but like,
Okay.
yeah, if you pass on a Caleb Wilson or anything like that for a pillar, like that'd be a problem. I don't really buy into the pillars or anything like that right now. But if we were to play along and say like, yeah, would that have any effect? I don't know about the 4th pick, but it had me thinking about the 1st pick. Darren Peterson, who hasn't played all year long. There's questions about, does he really like basketball? Does he this? Why is he not playing? What's really going on? If you really bought into the pillars and what those exemplify and how you're trying to build out your team, is that someone that you take a chance on? Or do you go the AJ DeBonsa route, who's been playing, who did go for 36 yesterday? Like, I wonder if that affects him.
Yeah,
I'm not. But the top pick, I think it's a conversation. If the pillars are what you say.
Yeah, that's right.
Or not what you say, but just more so how important. That's what I mean. Not how you say, but if they're that important. Are they that important to where you will pass on a Darren Peterson? I don't think so right now. I don't think so right now.
All right. It's just a thing I'm clocking. Just a thing where we can also go like we have a while. The lottery isn't even until May 10th. We've got a long way to go, and we will continue diving into all of this. But one of the other things we're going to continue diving into is the NFL offseason, because the league year opens in about a month. And there's going to be, I think, a lot of quarterback movement this offseason. And I think part of the reason there's going to be a lot of quarterback movement is because this is a copycat league. The NFL is a copycat league. You hear it all the time. And I think a lot of people are going to look at the various quarterbacks who are available, whether it is Kyler or Tua or Mac Jones or Malik Willis, and say, hey, that's the next Sam Darnold. We are going to be the team that gets the next Sam Darnold. If there is, because I don't know that there's necessarily like, if what Sam Darnold has done is necessarily like a path to success. Like, I think Sam Darnold has always been really talented. He was just never in a system that allowed him to best utilize that talent. And then I think there are players like Mac Jones who are less physically gifted, but like they can just run an offense.
Yeah. I think when we say the next Sam Darnold too, it's not, the next guy to lead a team to a Super Bowl after he's been a journeyman or anything like that. It's just the next guy to kind of find success and be the guy for a team.
So let's say there is a player. And again, this is not necessarily to win a Super Bowl, because I think that's an important distinction you made.
Like Daniel Jones is kind of like a Sam Darnold type. We'll see what he was post-injury, but he was playing really well. And it's like, he can find a home here, and the Colts look like they can be successful with him.
So if we were going to rank these guys in terms of the potential to be, let's say Sam Darnold on the Vikings, does Mac Jones top that list just because he's literally following the same path as Sam Darnold did?
Are we out completely on Kyler Murray? When it comes to, I guess, this list of players, there's talent there, a lot, but he's never really realized it, or if he has, it's never really amounted to too much success.
I hate this because it makes me say something that I don't like to say.
Oh, nice. Say it.
And it makes me sound like a weird football guy. And I try really hard to not be that because I think a lot of that stuff is really silly. But I'm going to say that, and I mean this, and I don't think Kyler. I'm just going to spit it out. I don't think Kyler Murray. Pause. I don't think Kyler Murray.
Yeah, we're getting those flags tomorrow.
Can can play on time. And I think in the NFL today, that is really, really essential.
Yeah.
And I don't think that you can build a consistent winning offense around a guy who the primary game plan for him is run around outside the pocket and then try and find somebody open downfield.
So the next person on that list for me, if we're comparing to Mac Jones and seeing, so right now, yeah, I would say Mac Jones is above Kyler Murray then.
Okay.
Off of that tape.
Okay.
What about Malik Willis? Malik Willis didn't really play too much or anything like that, but in the games he did, it's like it might be something there. He might be the starting quarterback for a team next year.
I'd put Willis below Kyler.
Okay.
Just solely because if we were doing tiers, they would be in the same tier for me. I've just seen Kyler do it in a way that Malik Willis has had some nice moments, but he's had some nice moments with Matt LaFleur, who I think is one of the best coaches in the league.
Yeah, I get that.
What does he look like if he goes to Miami? Or what does he look like if he goes to Cleveland? That would be a concern for me.
Yeah, and then I think we agree on Tua and Kirk Cousins. Tua is probably going to be someone's rehabilitation project.
Do we think Tua's played his best football in the NFL?
Yes.
You don't think he's ever going to...
2023 was probably that year. Led the league in passing yards. That offense was flying all over the place. I don't know if he's ever going to fall into a situation where it's all just kind of perfect for him. Like, he has talent, but I think you get the most out of that with the other guys on the roster. And you need the right system around him, too.
I'm interested to see what the market for Mac Jones is because Matt Barrows in The Athletic said he expects there to be a robust market for Mac Jones. And I wonder if that's a product of Sam Darnold or if that's a product of so many people running the Shanahan offense and Mac Jones just ran the hell out of the offense because I didn't see anything from Mac. I thought Mac Jones was good this year.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to this is not to drag Mac Jones in any way, but he literally, he just ran the offense. There was not a lot of second playmaking or second action play, I keep wanting to say second side, but that's basketball. There was not a lot of secondary playmaking from him. And I wonder how many teams are looking at that as vital because even Darnold can move a little bit and can get outside the pocket and can make throws on the move. I don't think you see a ton of that from Mac Jones. And so I kind of wonder if that limits how teams view him.
The Mac Jones quarterback is kind of getting phased out now.
Yeah, I agree.
There's not too many. Like, you need to be able to move on your feet.
Yeah.
Fernando Mendoza is going to be the first pick of the draft. He's not the most athletic quarterback, but he has taken off in games when he's needed to and things like that. You just have to be athletic now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's going to scare teams off. I mean, Mac did look good with the 49ers this season, and we are entering an era where you've talked about where it's just like you need guys that are just there capable of running your system. Like, maybe Mac, I don't need you to kind of get outside the pocket or anything like that because we got this. But this running back you can hand the ball off to, and it's just more so I need you to hit person A rather than anything else.
I think that's true for the Seahawks. That might be true for
about the Vikings or
Houston or Minnesota. But again, you see the limitations though.
Yeah.
Especially like with Sam Darnold in Minnesota. And I think I think he was in a better situation this season in Seattle where they could overcome his mistakes in ways that the Vikings couldn't.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But I also think that we've seen time and time again. I think we saw it with Kyle Shanahan and Jimmy Garoppolo. At some point, teams figure out the system. And when that throw over the middle isn't there, can you get outside the pocket and make a play? when something breaks down and there's a free rusher, can you get past that guy and create a positive play out of a negative one? I don't know if that's there for Mac Jones.
Yeah, I'm looking at this list of teams we got in the rundown too, like the Falcons, Colts, Dolphins, Vikings, Jets, Rams, Chiefs, Cardinals, Browns, and Steelers.
Jeez.
The Steelers, Falcons, Vikings, those three teams right there. Like, yeah, Falcons, Vikings, and Steelers are probably the only teams I think are real true options for Mac. If you're Miami, I think you're probably going the Malik Willis route. Or you're just going to go with Quinn Ewers and kind of tank this year. The Colts, I don't know if that's the right situation for Mac because you're expecting Daniel Jones to be back at some point. And then the Chiefs and Rams are just looking for backups. So I think if Mac's not going to one of those three teams, then I think he's probably back in San Francisco next year.
Man. You think, in what way? You think those teams won't trade enough that the 49ers will be willing to get rid of him?
I don't see them as the right situations for Mac Jones. Like if you were to go to the Colts, like you're not really going to give up too much because you're expecting Daniel Jones to be back at some point.
Right.
The Dolphins, like you're in a full rebuild right now, so you're not really giving up too much draft capital, I think, for Mac Jones, unless you think he's your guy, which I don't think they do.
Mm-hmm.
Jets, like that's not a move you need to make right now. The Rams, that's not going to happen. The Chiefs, we're expecting Mahomes to come back.
Yeah.
At some point, so that leaves the Cardinals, Browns, and Steelers on the list. Cardinals, I don't think so. Same with the Browns, and then I think the Steelers could be an option.
Somebody asked Josh LV89, youtube.com/ESPN1320 asked, where does Geno end up? I think Geno Smith is going to wind up being the Rams backup.
I don't hate that. You could end up with the Chiefs too, I think. Like I think that's
that wouldn't shock me at all.
Just where we need Geno to play a few games or whatever, but once our guys are back, go ahead. He'll be one of the best backups in the league.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
Yeah.
Geno would probably cook in Kansas City too. Do you think Kansas City's back this year? Like, do you think that everything is kind of back to quote unquote normal for the Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes Chiefs?
No, this year showed us that that's not really a thing anymore. Like they're gonna have to kind of build themselves back up, I think.
I agree.
Like all last season was, oh yeah, what's Mahomes? Like, here, well, let's wait, let's see. You know, Mahomes and Andy Reid have done it before. Let's just wait, and it never happened, even before the injuries. So, like injuries or not, they need a lot to fix up still. I'm not like that's Denver's division right now.
Does Andy Reid ever make another Super Bowl?
How long is he coaching Patrick Mahomes? Can I get 5 years of Andy Reid still?
Yeah, I'd say 5.
Yes. I think Mahomes is still one of those ones or whatever, so I think they'll get back eventually. But there's just work that needs to be done. Right now, they're the third best team in the division.
Yeah,
that's not a crazy take, I don't think, or anything like that. The Raiders won't be passing them up, I don't believe, this season. Just because the quarterback situation, the Raiders got a lot to build on. But right now, the division belongs to the Broncos, and then we'll see what the Chargers look like or the Clippers. Jeez.
Yeah, let's see what the Chargers look like.
Some of us are watching. Shout out to Young Sav. Shout out to Ash and the Chatty House, the two Chatty House Chargers fans. All right. Maybe it's different this year.
Okay. I'm Kyle. He's Jesse.
I hate how dismissive you are to my take.
Did you? Not of your take of the Chargers. Did you follow what Wemby did last night?
I saw he had 25 in the first, the first quarter. He had like 17 in the first 5 minutes and then finished with 40.
He had 37 in the first half.
Yeah. Sometimes they're right about these prospects.
And he scored 40 points. That's one of the things that I always, and it makes sense why, right? We focus so much on the Kings and their rebuild, which is what we should be doing, because worrying about what other teams are doing right now is pointless, because the Kings have so many steps to take before they're back in the mix. And then you just kind of see and look around the West, and you're like, man, OKC's probably not going anywhere. And man, the Spurs and Wemby are probably not going anywhere. And the Lakers have Luka Doncic, who's 26. The West is going to be really difficult for a long time. Anthony Edwards in Minnesota. All of these teams figure to be really, really good over the next several years. And that's just another layer to this that I don't think about that much. But when I flipped that game on for a little bit last night, because I saw he was going off in the first quarter, and so I turned it on for a little bit. Just like, man, the Kings might get good by 2020, let's say 9.
Mm-hmm.
And it might still not be enough to be like super competitive in the West.
Yeah, but it doesn't necessarily always happen that way because you look at a team like the Memphis Grizzlies and we look back to the John Moran, oh, we're good in the West interviews. And
That's
that's
a good
about
point.
that more so like the Grizzlies were the team that was up next. And it was like, okay, here come the Memphis Grizzlies. Like they're good. This is their time. And their window never opened.
Yeah.
Like there's teams where it's like, oh, yeah, they're going to be good or maybe they're good for a season. But things just happen in the NBA where it's like, I don't think we can expect like just a certain, like maybe the OKCs and the Spurs, like, yeah, you can count on them to be around for a few years and things like that. But for those middle of the pack teams, like the Suns could fall down. The Rockets, they're going to have a couple of years of KD, and then that's it. We'll see what it's looking like for them. The Lakers, LeBron's not retiring, but he's probably not going to be on the team next year, and you're still going to need to build around Luka and just kind of fix that. So, like, there's just a lot of ways where it still could go wrong for other teams where it's like, oh, now the Kings are actually in prime position rather than, yeah, all these teams are good, and, oh, we're the Kings now too.
Yeah,
I wouldn't worry too much about that.
Oh, I'm going to worry about it.
Well,
I
I'm
reserve
here
the right to change my mind.
I'm here to calm you down and be like, no, it's cool. Actually, we're vibes. It's fine.
No, it's not. It's not a thing that I think about because somebody said, "Have the Kings started their rebuild?" It feels like they're in a crater right now. They had to. Cratering is what started the rebuild.
Yeah,
like that was what needed to happen. So yeah, I would say they've started the rebuild because every rebuild starts with a teardown, and I think what we're seeing right now is a teardown.
Yeah, Scott Perry's made his moves, whether you like him or not, and whether you think it's fair or not. So, like, yeah, the clock has started. Not where it's like, oh yeah, the clock's on you, Scott Perry. But like, yeah, it's the rebuild has started. We're going now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
No matter how slow it is or how ugly it is right now.
For sure. Sorry, we got like 5 minutes left, and I got a couple of things I wanted to hit you with. Did you see that there's a linebacker for the University of Montana who was granted a 9th year of eligibility?
I did.
What are we doing? What are we doing here?
Love of
Why
the
are we
game.
doing this?
Love of the game. Maybe he's making some NIL money and that.
No, why are we letting a 30-year-old
I don't know.
continue playing college football?
I'm just trying to be nice. I don't know.
Like, shout out to him. If he's getting his eligibility and he wants to stick around, that's great. But 9 years of eligibility?
Oh, yeah, no.
Come on, man. We got to max it out at some point. Like, you get 7 try. If you can't get in there by your 7th try, sorry.
Well, college football is kind of a lawless land right now too.
It's insane, dude.
College sports is a lawless land right now. You got guys that are playing the G League trying to get back to college. I mean, the college football is basically the NFL. It's the weirdest thing to see. Oh yeah, so and so player signed this 4.5 NIL deal, the most in school history.
Yeah,
like that's just kind of jarring. Is kind of a strong word, but it's just wild to see how this is what college sports are right now.
And players leaving because they got like better deals at different schools.
We're getting to points, like, yeah. Like,
what are we talking about?
Are threatening to sue because, like, yeah, you signed a deal with us, and now you're trying to go this way. It's like, no, you signed a contract. Like, it's not college sports anymore.
They are adhering. The NCAA is adhering to those old rules, like they are DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine and Domantas Sabonis. That's what it reminds me of. Like, everybody knows this is heading this way, and we can all see that it's heading this way. But no, hey, you got to get, and this is not the case anymore with the Kings, but talking about early in the season. It's like, no, I got to get Dennis Schroeder his minutes.
Yeah.
No, I got to get Zach LaVine his minutes. Like, no, you don't. And the NCAA is like, no, we're still amateur sport. No, you're not. Be so serious with yourselves.
It's a professional league now.
This is a professional league. And honestly, it probably should have been for a long time.
Well,
they're just being dragged kicking and screaming to reality.
I remember a tweet. I always look back to a tweet. I don't remember who tweeted or whatever, but it's kind of like, what if you just let players sign deals, sponsorship deals with car dealerships, all right, gave them the $3 million, all that stuff, rather than now you just waited so long and let the floodgates open. Like, what if you just gave them what they were asking for before? Like, maybe you're in a better spot now.
Maybe.
Because Terrell Pryor doesn't have to sell whatever, his autographs and championship rings for tattoos and things like that. Which was the most insane story back then because people were upset.
Just a ridiculous story.
Yeah. But again, yeah, if you just did what they wanted back then, maybe it's not as bad as it is now.
Yeah. Are you tapped into the Olympics at all?
I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't yet. Once hockey's getting going and things like that, I saw, I think, I think it was the women's hockey team had their biggest win over Canada.
Yeah,
or something
shout
like
out
that.
Canada, 5-0.
Yeah, shout out Canada. So I saw that. I'm waiting till the other hockey gets here too, I guess. I'm not tapped in on the curling and stuff yet. Or not at all, actually.
Bro, I got my wife is not a sports fan. We were so dialed into curling last night. A curling event that had already happened. I knew how the mixed doubles curling ended. US versus Sweden. I knew how it went. I knew exactly how it ended, actually. I saw a tweet about it. But we had turned it on last night because Peacock just has like their Olympic coverage.
Yeah.
And you just click on it and it just shows a bunch of different stuff. And so it was the curling, and my wife did not know how it ended. And so she was locked in. She was dialed. I don't understand why I don't watch curling more. Because every year with the Olympics, I don't care about the sport until there's people playing with flags on their shirts.
Well, that's the thing. That's why you don't care about curling more. Because like I don't care about the USA Curling League. It's like no,
It's such a
the
fire
Olympics,
sport though.
pride of living in the United States, just kind of rooting for your country and things like that. Like that's why I think you're tapped into curling.
Hey, quick question. Really quick.
Yes.
Macklin Celebrini on Canada's top line. Does that make you pull for Canada a little bit?
No, USA.
Okay, great. All right. Very good. I just needed to be validated there.
I know.
Like I'm rooting for my guy Mac. I want Macklin Celebrini to play well.
You don't root
But
for
USA Canada is not a not a question for me.
Soccer, I'll root for Mexico and things like that. But like basketball, the other sports, hockey, I'll go USA.
Hell yeah.
Women's soccer,
baby.
like, I'm USA and things like that. But yeah, no, you can't root against your country.
All right. Hell yeah.
You said
I love that.
roots against this country in soccer. But,
That's
yeah.
a different thing.
Yeah,
Thing. All right. For Joe Brazil, that's Jesse Tapia. I'm Kyle Mads. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us this morning. We will be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Coming up next, our close personal friend and our favorite coworker, Rich Eisen, with the Rich Eisen Show on ESPN 1320 Sacramento Sports Leader. Until tomorrow at 7. Drink water. Be nice to people. See you.
all right,
Clear.
Yeah, we are.
thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
Appreciate you guys. Hit the thumbs up button, please.
Thanks, guys. All right. I need to run.
All right,
Thanks,
I'll
boss.
end the stream right now. See you guys.
See you guys.